challenge being me is that I push buttons sometimes. So back home, it's like I have some people like me, but not a lot of them. And I push. So I ask permission tonight that if I get up on anything, if I start talking about something and it's just tweaking in at your, at any little, identity construct, like, oh no, I can't, if you break that apart, who will I be? If that starts happening, then I ask you to just embrace that for tonight only. And then tomorrow, if you feel that you would like to put that identity back on, or if it's serving you in some way, then please keep it. But tonight, it's like one night to just go, okay, whatever, I don't care. I'll listen, and maybe what he's saying has some validity. Maybe it doesn't, but try it. Just one night. Can everyone agree to that?
Yeah.
If everyone can agree to that, say yes at the same time. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yes!
If anyone here can't, just say right now, 1, 2, 3, say no. Good. Believe me, there's going to be zero judgment about what you eat. I don't care what you eat, and I'm not here to tell you what you should eat. Because the truth is, the punchline, which I'm not going to tell you yet. So, I don't care what you eat, really. And in fact, I don't think it even matters that much. That took me 16 years of active study to realize that that was not the problem. And I know we've all read the books from all the different experts, and all the experts love to do this game. And a lot of these experts are my friends, so I'm delicate when I say things like this. But they all have their trip about what you should eat and what you shouldn't eat. And usually the shouldn'ts, by the way, is like a lot bigger than the shoulds. And they don't seem to agree, do they? So if you've been following the nutrition trip of the last couple decades here, there's been a lot of like, oh, you can't have any of this, but you can eat these. And then these people are like, oh, actually, you can only eat this, you can't eat these things. Grain's bad, or dairy is bad, or eggs are bad, or meat is bad, or for some people, vegetables are bad. For other people, the fruits are bad. For some people, the nuts are good. For some people, the nuts are bad. And they're all like, and here's what I propose. They're all arguing about, there's a critical distinction that they haven't made, which I'm going to make tonight, and I'm going to drive home tonight, and I think it will empower you to see when you hear this stuff coming from these people, this is how you're going to feel. That's cute. Because there's one little distinction that almost everybody's missed. And if you haven't made this distinction, then you get drawn into these arguments about what we should and shouldn't eat. So here's where it started for me. Does everyone here kind of agree that a model of nutrition based off of nature would probably make the most sense? And the more we fracture it and the more we make it into almost like a pharmaceutical type of diet, the more we refine it, the more our health declines. Everyone here, if you agree with that, say yes.
Yes!
Okay, anyone really believing in nutritionism in that GNC kind of way where it's like, oh, I take my diet in isolated nutrients that come in big tubs? No. Anyone with that?
No.
Okay. No?
No!
Yeah, I know. It's like we all get it. Okay, so we start to see that food's it's not just about health food. Actually, health foods kind of doesn't even make sense. It's about kind of whole foods. Right? Whether or not you'd like to see them go above 105.9 degrees or not, the thing's really about whole food, and that's because that's a nature-based model. Everyone feels that? So I spent years studying natural food, and I spent, countless thousands of dollars on natural food, and going to natural food stores. Everybody go to natural food stores?
Yes.
Okay, it took me a long time before I understood that those stores don't sell natural food. It took me a long time to understand that all the books about natural food aren't actually about natural food. It took me a really long time to get that all the natural food diets aren't about natural foods. In fact, they're talking about foods that aren't from nature. That's really strange, and I think we need to address that as a community. So I bring this information because I know we all disseminate back out to the health food community. And that's a broad term. I know a lot of us are the yoga community or the whatever other community, and we're all these different communities, but we all filter back out this health information. Here's what I want to say. We have not been eating natural food. We actually barely know what natural food is. We barely know what natural food is. I didn't begin to understand that these foods were artificial till I started spending time in nature. until I started spending time in nature. And in nature, starting to ask myself really critical questions like, what would I do if I didn't have a trail? What would I do if I didn't have a backpack? Like, how would I live here? Has anyone started to wonder that? How would I live outside? Who's been going like, kind of like, whoa, this whole grid that we live on might not even be a real stable situation. Like, if you've taken the time to actually start cross-referencing, there's so much information out right now, it can be hard to put a story together. It can be hard to piece it together and weave it together into something that actually is a big worldview. But if you start looking into what's up with the fossil fuel situation, you start looking up into like what's going on with the soil situation and trucking and shipping, and you start looking at how the satellite grid, you start looking at the whole story of our grid. It starts to get like, wow, this thing is delicately poised. Delicately poised. Doesn't take much to upset it. And that left me kind of asking myself questions like, well, what would I do if I wasn't coddled by the grid? What would I do if I wasn't coddled by the grid? Like, how would I live? Because I realized that I'm not really a natural human. I'm like a domesticated version of a human. I'm a domesticated animal. And that kind of got me looking at other domesticated animals. And it really got me focused on dogs. So for people who hang out with me, like Jaya, like Sarah, they're probably sick of hearing me talk about dogs.
No.
But dogs, yeah, I know, it's still kind of interesting. You gotta All right, dogs are domesticated dogs. They tell us a very interesting story about what's natural and what's not natural, because those dogs we live with, how many of you live with a dog, a canine? Look around, keep your hands up, put them way up, way up, way up. Okay, lots of us live with dogs. Right, and how many of you live with a dog that came out of nature? Everyone look around. I'll put my hand down because that would be unfair. Okay, none of us. So we all live with this dog, but it's not a natural animal. It's a man-made animal. It's a domesticated animal. Does anyone know the species of the domesticated dog? The genus species? Anybody besides Scott, who goes to my lectures every time? Anyone know? Anyone know where the domesticated dog genetics come from? Like the domesticated dog started in nature, so it's not like we just like poof. I know that we all believe that we're moving into the, maybe in 2012 we can do that, but right now we have to get the dog out of some natural animals. That makes sense for everybody? It's a breed that we've harvested out of nature. Where's it come from?
PetSmart.
Wolves.
PetSmart.
Yeah, PetSmart. Comes out of a wolf, doesn't it? Specifically, it comes out of the gray wolf. Your domesticated dog is a gray wolf. Yeah, let's let that sink in.
How do you get a poodle out of a wolf?
Yeah. How do you? Let's talk about how you do that. Okay, so everybody here who's got, by the way, probably everybody in this room's got a different type of dog, right? Right? Like, what do you guys have?
Corgi.
Corgi. I like your dog because it looks almost like a wolf, but the legs are little. What do you guys over here have?
Mutt.
You have a what?
Yeah, mutts.
Mutt. Cool. I love mutts. Mutts are the strongest.
Totally.
Anybody else want to say what they got?
Golden Retriever.
Golden Retriever.
He just passed away, but he was quarter wolf.
Quarter wolf. Mm. Anybody else want to throw out? Who's got funny ones, like little weird ones? Basset hound. Is that like a droopy faced thing? Yeah, like where'd all that face come from? Okay, how many critical question, not rhetorical, how many species of domesticated dog are there?